Today's review is about the MA Audio in-ear hi-fi earphones Alter Ego, starting off with the outer packaging box, which is silver gray with a sandy texture giving it a high-tech appearance. The product name is printed on the front, with the brand name at the top. The inner packaging features a matte black diagonal opening design, offering a delicate and comfortable feel. Under the product name on the front, a slogan reflects the designer's motto: an alternate self finding one's alternate ego will require finding one's other self, one with a different personality. Similarly, the model is promoted on the side. Upon opening the inner packaging, the box is divided into two compartments, one for accommodating the cables and the other for the earphones themselves. Included accessories are an earphone pouch, 5 pairs of original short ear tips, as well as an earphone bag and a cleaning brush. The earphones feature smooth and rounded lines. The panel adopts an irregular, hollow design, adding a touch of artistry. On the panel, there is a toggle switch that can switch between two distinctly different music styles. The earphone housing and panel are made of titanium alloy material, with the rear chamber fully open. While boasting excellent texture, the weight is excellently controlled as well, even lighter than many earphones with the resin housings. Equipped with a high-purity single-crystal copper headphone cable, the metallic parts of the cable are silver-plated, and the rugged cutting design complements the style of the earphones. The high-frequency brightness of the Ego is moderate, with instruments imaging exhibiting a glossy feel. The roll-off is smooth without any abrupt peaks that might feel intrusive. The high-frequency resolution is excellent, with imaging portraying a somewhat prominent sense of lines. Usually, this prominence of lines can lead to a dry or wooden sound sensation, but this is not the case with the Ego. The high frequencies are relaxed and dynamic. The density of the high frequencies is quite good, maintaining a delicate state even though it might not feel very solid. The extension of the high frequencies is good, and the fine details of the overtones in the ultra-high frequencies can be presented without being overly abundant, exhibiting excellent naturalness. The mid-range of the Ego slightly favors vocals, benefiting from its relaxed imaging texture without any noticeable sense of oppression. The mid-range resolution is excellent, with clear imaging and the ability to richly reproduce details like vocal breath. The density of the mid-range is quite good, with a moderate thickness to the imaging, maintaining a soft, smooth, and delicate vocal texture, slightly colored with a hint of sweetness. The fundamental frequency position is slightly elevated, with the position of the glottal tones generally correct and appropriate proportions of the breathiness without any significant bias towards different vocal timbres. The control of sibilance is excellent, with some restraint but without any harshness, allowing for a complete and gorgeous rendition of high-pitched vocals. The Ego's bass has a slightly pronounced quantity with excellent resolution. It accurately reproduces the shape of percussion instruments and bass, separating them with a sense of depth. The bass density is quite good, leaning towards a generous and airy texture. However, it lacks strong impact and punchiness. The bass speed is moderate and slightly diffuse, providing a nice atmospheric backdrop. It has good depth and excellent dynamics, and can faithfully reproduce subtle fluctuations in sound dynamics. The Ego boasts an incredibly wide horizontal soundstage, with a noticeable extension in the vertical soundstage as well, which is quite well organized. There's a lack of distinct boundaries in the soundstage, providing a natural and diffuse listening experience. The separation of imaging is quite good, with highly accurate positioning. In Mode 1, or what we can call the spatial audio mode, the Ego exhibits a slight suppression of high-frequency brightness, linearity, and presence. Overall, the high frequencies tend to be dimmer and smoother. Vocal proximity is increased, but due to the closer proximity of the low frequencies, they may appear slightly further back compared to Mode 2. Vocal penetration is reduced, breathiness is decreased, and sibilance is slightly less pronounced, resulting in a smoother and more pleasant listening experience. The low frequency sensation of Ego has significantly increased, with low frequency instruments projecting forward in the stereo image. There is a noticeable enhancement in the density of the mid to lower range, accompanied by a substantial boost in impact and in intensity, resulting in a richer, more relaxed, and elastic auditory experience. The low frequencies dive deeper, accompanied by increased reverberation, slower perceived sound, and intensified atmospheric and enveloping qualities in the sound. In terms of soundstage, upon switching modes, the imaging of the sound draws closer and leans forward, with almost no vertical soundstage remaining. At this point, it closely resembles the effect of activating spatial audio algorithms in computational audio. Or it's like shifting from the audience seat to the center of the band, greatly enhancing the sense of presence. Overall, the listening experience in Mode 2 tends to be crisper, more precise, and modern, making it suitable for enjoying electronic music, small ensemble compositions, and Japanese pop, among others. On the other hand, Mode 1 delivers a more passionate, rich, and analog-like listening experience, making it ideal for appreciating rock, Mandarin pop, and jazz music. In summary, Ego isn't a model that emphasizes showcasing its strength through high-resolution analysis. Even though the audiophile community currently expects flagship models from manufacturers to exceed certain standards, Alter Ego appears to be an outlier in this regard. It doesn't blindly pursue high-resolution analysis, but prioritizes the listening experience and tonal quality above all else. I can easily find a plethora of adjectives to praise the sound of high-end equipment. If Glacier is seen as the upgraded version of Zen Pro, then Alter Ego's impression would be closer to Turi. However, the hybrid unit configuration in Ego provides even stronger resolution, superior high-frequency extension, and a more expansive and relaxed soundstage. Compared to certain manufacturers that produce unfinished or resin cavity limited edition solely for profit, the Ego stands out with its evident differences and exceptionally high level of tuning, as well as meticulous design details in terms of the shell and cable materials. It is a testament to the dedication and sincerity of the person behind this model. If I could choose one item for myself to exit the audiophile community with, Alter Ego would be enough to meet my expectations after I leave the circle.